What's up, everybody? So I'm back with you with another Whiskies of the Galaxy Advent Calendar. So this is going to be day 9. We'll go ahead and open this up. Pull out the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And I believe we're on day 9. Yeah, day 8 is empty. So we'll find day 9, which is down here. Go ahead, open this one up and see what it says. So this is going to be another whiskey product of the USA. Alcohol by volume is 48.28%. And as a special treat for you guys, I got a buddy of mine here from out of town. Haven't seen him in a few years, so he's going to join in on this tasting, and we'll see what he thinks about it. Go ahead and open this up, and we'll split it in half between our 2 glasses. Not too much for each of us, but enough to get a taste of it. See what we think. So give it a quick smell. Woo! Definitely you can smell the alcohol on that one. Kind of burns the nose a little bit. All right, we'll take a taste, see what we got. Oh yeah, you definitely get quite a bit of a warming sensation come up from that one. What do you think about it?
I think it tastes good. It reminds me a lot of like an Irish whiskey.
Yeah,
it's American whiskey.
I would agree with that. I mean, it does say product of the USA on it, but I would agree that it does have a lot of that like Irish whiskey kind of taste.
Numbs the tongue a little bit.
Can you get any real distinct tasty notes out of it? So I mean, I can obviously taste the oak, but that's going to be with any whiskey.
It's definitely the oak you get out of it. It's a smoky as well. It's not as sweet. It doesn't sit to the side of the glass.
Yeah, I definitely don't taste like the sweetness at all. I would agree. There's a mild smokiness. I wouldn't say it's a very strong smokiness.
Strong, it's enough there.
But yeah, there's enough that you can pick up on it. But we'll open up the Hitchhiker's Guide and see what it says about day 9. Oh, okay. So it's a whistle pig piggyback rye. So that's where we're kind of getting that's a little bit of smoky, and that I guess kind of similar to the Irish whiskey, because spicy. Of it. Yeah, that spiciness that's coming from the rye. So the tasting notes that they bring up are cinnamon, spicy, leather, vanilla, zesty, cocoa, tangerine, cardamom, and grapefruit.
I don't know about that grapefruit.
Yeah, I couldn't really taste any grapefruit or tangerine for really.
No, I think the sweetness, what I was getting was to be the vanilla.
Yeah, that very like mild sweetness. I couldn't really pick up on the fruits that they talk about as tasting notes, but they might be very just minuscule that you can't really pick up on it. So we'll scan this QR code to bring up the flavor website and see what it says about this whiskey. So Whistle Pig Piggyback Rye rates on their website a 7.5 out of 10 with 2,563 votes. So out of all the days we've done, this actually has the most amount of votes. A 750 milliliter bottle is going to run you $42.99 on the flavor website. So this is a flavor spiral that we just saw in the Hitchhiker's Guide, and here's some about. So Whistle Pig is shorthand for innovation, pushing forward and upgrading, and is also an awesome name and a fun image to have in one's mind. The story started in 2007 when the founding crew bought a farm in Vermont. They teamed up with master distiller Dave Pickerell and discovered a stock of decade-old Canadian whiskey. They finished and bottled it at the farm and wrote the first chapter in their whiskey making tale. Whistle Pig's principle is taking old school approaches, adapting them to new ways, and looking for the best methods to create booze. Surrounded by goats, sheep, horses, bees, and yes, pigs, wonderful expressions emerge from the farm. Their most famous one, the 10-year-old, even appeared in Breaking Bad. I did not know that. I've watched Breaking Bad. I never picked up on that.
Yeah, I've never seen Breaking Bad. So.
I don't think I ever saw the last season of it. The release was born during the summer of 2018 when Master Distiller Dave returned to the farm with a wild dream: create the best aged rye whiskey that's also perfect for your rye cocktail. It's 100% rye with an intense spicy profile. Whistle Pig Piggyback Rye spent 6 years in oak barrels and became a complex and smooth delight. Go for the Don Draper Classic with an old fashioned, or make a strong New Orleans I do not know how to pronounce that word. Vauquer? Vauquer? Yeah, Vauquer.
Yeah, Vauquer. There you go.
Vauquer. Piggy. That's what you get when you get a redneck trying to pronounce French words. Piggyback will be outstanding in any concoction.
So
All right, so the details, nothing really to note in that. So we'll get into Doug Dockson's smartass corner. So rye, think of it as a bourbon's edgier cousin. It's known for what many call a spicy or fruity flavor. And we brought up the spiciness. Rye distilled from at least 51% rye is not on the sweet side and tends to have a spicier body. That's why the character of a cocktail made from rye instead of bourbon is drier. I don't know if we've talked about this one before. George Washington famously loved his rye whiskey. In fact, after he served as the first president of the United States, he returned to his farm in Mount Vernon and started a small rye distillery of his own. Actually, we have brought that one up in another video because I said I'm from Virginia and I didn't know that about George Washington. A decade ago, there were only 6 brands of rye whiskey hailing from Kentucky. Nowadays, there's more than 50. Rye sparked the first revolution after the American independence. It was called the Whiskey Rebellion, and it arose when the government tried to tax whiskey and enforce the taxation on distillers. The lesson here, don't mess with a whiskey drinker's dram. I think we actually discussed that one too. Oh, here we go. What the heck is a whistle pig anyway? Even though the label for Whistle Pig Rye is adorned with a sketch of a tuxedo-clad hog, whistle pig, groundhog, and woodchuck all refer to the same animal. And we're back to the beginning. So that about sums up this review of the Whistle Pig Rye. I actually think that I have Whistle Pig in my liquor cabinet that I have yet to open to try it. So I didn't know this was Whistle Pig, but I'll be right back. I'm gonna go check my liquor cabinet and find out. And like I said, right there, Whistle Pig, Piggyback, 100% rye, aged 6 years. So I do have it. Unopened bottle, so I've yet to try it. So I wasn't able to pick up on this being that whiskey. But it's actually kind of cool because out of now one of the 9 days of whiskeys we've tried, I have a bottle of it. And the last whiskey we tried, although I did not have a bottle of it, one of the Doug Dockson Smartass Corner, I did have a bottle of that. So who knows, maybe as we progress through this advent calendar, I'll find out that I have other bottles of other whiskeys that are in this advent calendar. But yep, that sums it up for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And as always, stay safe out there, keep the rubber side down, and I'll see you on the road. Bandit out.